Every week I do electrical safety testing for a charity record shop in Glasgow. Usually I make sure donations like turntables, guitar amps, hi-fis are safe and they're not going to zap anybody. A few weeks ago someone donated this quite obscure vintage flanger by the brand Roz. It seems to be an Ampeg A5 flanger. It even says A5 on the PCV. It was passing signal, but no flanging. So I thought it will be fun to repair something for once, get the charity shop a bit of money. What an ordeal. I opened it up and first I noticed some resistors soldered to the bottom of the board. And the heat shrink was quite neat, so I assumed that they were a factory bodge, which isn't too uncommon. But then I noticed this gash in the power line, the 9 volt DC line, and I thought, maybe this is a mod, someone's tried something here. So I removed that resistor, fixed the trace. Then I noticed that one of the bodges was actually the terminal from a stock capacitor, one that clearly came out the factory because they're all blue, and those capacitors were quite common around the time. That's when I went back to the original theory that this is actually a factory bodge. It seems to me now that this is some sort of decoupling for the clock and the LFO just to prevent ticking. But I knew that overall the circuit would work if I temporarily removed them. It just might tick. I thought, what is the most common point of failure? So I know from experience, from reading stuff over the years, that a lot of the clock and bucket brigade device chips used in a lot of analog delays and choruses and stuff, Boss CE2 and whatnot, do have a tendency to fail. I measured the clock pins on this chip and nothing came out. These chips have long been out of production and they go for a pretty penny nowadays, and there are a lot of counterfeits online. But luckily, some clever clogs came up with an adapter board to allow you to use a very cheap, widely available, still in production chip as a drop-in replacement. So I ordered one of those, and I thought with the magic of modern surface mount components, I could replicate the LFO clock decoupling on this add-on board, save some space, and yay, we had clock. I did eventually increase the amplitude of this because the data sheet for the delay chip specified that it should be higher. Now I had a flanging effect, but it kinda sucked. I was just trying to find something to make the flanging effect stronger. I went through the circuit diagram, the only one I could find online. Nothing matched. The silk screen on the board says that's 100k. The circuit diagram says it should be 180k, and it's actually 220k. Make your minds up, people. By paralleling a resistor, I did get a stronger effect. It was quite unstable. So I removed that. Now, flanging to me, in my mind, is heavily associated with Van Halen. It has to be distorted. So when I put a distortion pedal in front of it, it seemed to be a bit more pleasing to me. I'm still not 100% satisfied with it, but I don't have much more time to invest in this. What do you guys think? Here's a dysphoria going into it. I feel like the waveform is uneven. I feel like it's an inverse hyper triangular wave or something like that. But anyway, I thought I would share it with you guys. I don't know if we'll sell it for the crazy prices that are going on Reverb, but we shall see. A big reason I hate repairs is because a lot of pedals have their potentiometers wired off the board. The wires just snap every 2 seconds because they're the thinnest wires ever. Board mount to your pots, god damn it.